Today's Q&A is a comment about the video discussing why President Trump would be trying to bring down prescription drug prices if Medbeds are coming out soon. And it's a darn good question. In the video, I discuss numerous reasons why pharmaceuticals will still be necessary after Medbeds are released, so I'll link that video rather than readdressing the issue. This comment is really a concern because it appears that there are people out there creating fear about not being able to the Medbeds if you don't reach a level of evolution. This sounds like some kind of scam, and there have been others, so let's take a look. I have to remind you to subscribe, ring the bell, like the video, and most important, let's engage in conversation and share it with our friends and family on Facebook, Twitter, or wherever. Also, I'd like to address the graphics that I've been using on the Q&As. I had a few comments that people didn't like the moving abstract images and were concerned about hypnosis. It had also occurred to me that the images could trigger neurological issues in people prone to migraines or seizures, so I'm making some changes in those graphics and would like your opinion. This video will be using photos of nature, and I'd like to know if you enjoy these graphics with the content. My goal is to use them to calm the listener, not distract them. The next Q&A will be still images, so I appreciate your input and we'll keep trying until we get it right. So let's listen to what At One Sequoia had to say about her experiences with Medbeds.
Back when I first heard of Medbeds, I was so excited. What a dream come true. I am a senior and would love to experience the benefits of the Medbeds. But more importantly, I know so many who truly need healing in one form or another. I read the post on Operation Disclosure daily to keep up to date on what may be happening. Lately, their post on the Medbeds has been somewhat disturbing with statements like this. The Earth Alliance has launched AE brainwave training programs, disguised under civilian covers. You will not get access to Medbeds without passing these frequency levels. No cash can buy your way in. No fake virtue signaling. Only purified mind and sovereign field. The awakening is the key. If you have reached a state of high frequency, you would not need the medbed as you can heal yourself. Their messaging on this matter feels like a form of mind control.
This really makes me sad to know that there are such people out there. When I read the language that was being used, I had to go back and consider it again. This is fear-based control, and the Federation would never support such tactics. So that you understand, these beings are very high frequencies. They are not capable of harming you. They understand the concerns and fears of the people of Earth, and this just isn't something that I can see them saying. Regarding the Earth Alliance, it is made up of human beings of lower frequencies, but it's my understanding that they are working alongside our soldiers and mentoring them, so I can't imagine this being an official or sanctioned statement by the Earth Alliance either. I don't follow the channel that you are referring to at all. It would literally be impossible to police all of the channels out there to see who is real and who is fake or deceptive. I don't get my content from them, and I prefer to focus on productive research and reflection, so I can't guide you there. But if somebody is lying to you now, they will lie later. What I can tell you is that it has been reported by several people that there are frequency scanners that are used for access to advanced technologies. I fear that people who don't understand are taking this whole 5D thing to an unhealthy level, which might be their intent. I have met people that have passed these scanners and they aren't floating or see-through ethereals. They are regular people just like you and I, but one thing I can tell you is that they are loving and kind people. So what I want to say to you is keep your heart pure. Your selfless comment about your main concern was for others told me that you have got what it takes. Connect and stay close to your source energy, whether that is God, Jehovah, or the universe. It doesn't matter what you call it. It is the vital energy that we all share. It is the spark of God that lives within all of us. Elena Danon is my favored resource because she has been stringently vetted. She does not channel information. She has an implant and receives directed messages from the Galactic Federation members, not the Alliance. If you don't understand the roles of the Alliance and the Federation, there will be links in the description of this video for you. While the Federation does not control Earth events, they do provide guidance. I have checked, and so far Elena has not disclosed any sort of brainwave training programs. There are frequencies being broadcast to us every day that are helping with our awakening. If anybody is charging for such programs, I'd be very suspicious of them. I have never heard that you must pass such programs for access to the beds, and it is not consistent with my understandings. So my comment is, they are telling you that no cash can buy the Medbeds, which is true, but they are implying that you need cash to pay for training to use them. This is not true and is a huge red flag. It is true that once we achieve certain frequencies, we can heal ourselves. I have done it a number of times and rely on this connection in my daily life for prevention of disease. I'm 70 with no chronic concerns. I feel about 40. I don't take a lot of supplements, no chronic meds, but I focus on my frequency every day. Let me help you with a few links. We must raise our frequencies to heal, but don't let them scare you. You have everything you need. Stay away from dark or fear-based energies and reach out to members in this community. Many are getting it. I've seen huge transformations in quite a few. We've been through hell. The environment that we live in, both physically and politically, has made us sick. Find the joy. Focus on your love and healing, not the drama. If you do it right, you will begin to heal, and when the beds come, you will be able to take full advantage of them. Please don't let these people scare you. The dark feeds on fear, and many people online with great handles masquerade as the light, but they are created to keep you controlled. I was discussing this with my friend Dan Willis, who always puts it so well. I had asked him if I could disclose something that he told me, and I have permission to do that now. I have had a bad feeling about News Nation since it miraculously appeared last year hiring Chris Cuomo, the disgraced ex-CNN talking head. Dan told me that he had been in communication with Ross Coldheart and was going to have Elena on his News Nation show, but it fell through because Elena discovered that News Nation is owned by BlackRock. I couldn't find this on a quick search, but the connections are always hidden in multiple corporations. So please beware, and if you can cut through the corporate veils and confirm this, let me know and we'll do a more comprehensive video on it. We discussed another issue which I'm not able to disclose yet, but Dan threw out the term limited hangout regarding disclosure, which I asked him to explain. Here's what he said.
The most profound example was the 2001 Press Club event. This is what the intelligence agencies term a limited hangout. A limited hangout is a term which, according to Victor Marchetti, a former special assistant to the CIA deputy director, is spy jargon for a favorite and frequently used gimmick of the clandestine professionals. Marchetti went on to describe how a limited hangout works. When their veil of secrecy is shredded and they can no longer rely on a phony cover story to misinform the public, they resort to admitting, sometimes even volunteering, some of the truth, while still managing to withhold the key and damaging facts in the case. The public, however, is usually so intrigued by the new information that it never thinks to pursue the matter further. The National Press Club was involved is a perfect example of a limited hangout by the mainstream media, whereas it covered the event only enough to expose the public to the idea that hundreds of military and intelligence witnesses believed UFOs exist and that they wanted to have a congressional hearing into the matter. That is the part that they hanged out to the public. The limited disclosure excluded things such as presidents and CIA directors being denied access, energy solutions to get off of oil, nuclear and coal, bases on the moon, NASA airbrushing UFOs, 57 species cataloged, and on and on. Any one of these truths would have grabbed the public's attention to pursue these disclosed facts much further. It's not a half-truth. It's information that has filtered out all of the damaging elements the deep state doesn't want revealed to the public by limiting what they hang out. What they hang out is the least damaging, and many times it is spun to be even less damaging to the agenda. For example, by saying UFOs are real works perfectly if you had a false flag alien invasion planned in the future. Saying presidents, CIA directors, and heads of intelligence have all been denied access is what they need to limit and filter out to not get exposed to the public.
I'm hoping that helps you understand how misinformation works. We have been told for years that there will an extraterrestrial false flag, and knowing what we know now, I wouldn't be surprised if News Nation is the one to break it. I have a huge library and will link a few videos in the description to help you. Please go to the community post button above any video. I have added some graphics on there to assist in your understanding. Print the first one on the emotional vibrational scale and keep it handy to help you monitor and adjust your frequency. And don't worry or fear. That's what the dark wants. So what I'd like you to take away from this video is that you don't need to know how to levitate or bend spoons to receive treatment when the beds arrive. Many of us are exactly where we need to be, and we will receive guidance as we effortlessly evolve to higher frequencies. Don't try to be anything but love. This is your ticket to Medbeds. There are frequency scans, but they are being used to protect us, not exclude us. I also want you to know that just because somebody purports to be involved with disclosure doesn't mean they are on the side of right. ET disclosure seems to be a foregone conclusion. What they are trying to hide from you is how our government has known, has lied, and have worked with dark extraterrestrials to create the web of lies that surrounds us. Write this down if you must so that you aren't deceived, and I will speak with you soon. I love you. When love and gratitude flow freely, they tune the soul to a frequency where disease and pain cannot thrive.